And good evening, football fans, and welcome to the 4A state quarterfinals here on KSL Sports Rewind. As we come to you from Park City High School for the 4-5 matchup, the winner moves on to the semifinals in Rice-Eccles Stadium, and it features the 5 seed Timpanogos High School Timberwolves and the 4 seed the Park City High School Miners. A happy Friday to you all. Matt Coma alongside Brian Brown for this one. And Brian, we're getting down to crunch time here. Winner moves on to the semifinals. We got a great one here tonight in Park City.
Yeah, it'll be the last home site playoff games of the season. After this, it is all the way downtown to Rice-Eccles Stadium. And Matt, like you said, two extremely well-matched teams here will be fighting for an opportunity to make it to the semifinals. On the Park City side of things, a tough, experienced program led defensively by Blake Tabarachi, led offensively by Lincoln Jackson, the quarterback, and Tyler Monzingo. But on the flip side of it, it's all about Mr. Cool Hands himself, Luke Livingston, and that potent Timpanogos offense.
Park City won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so we'll see this Timberwolves offense. We'll talk about them here in a second, as they're in the white uniforms with the blue helmets and blue bottoms. Park City's in the all-black for this one, as the 4A quarterfinals are underway. As the kick heads into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. Timpanogos starts at the 20-yard line, and it's going to be led by their quarterback, and that is going to be Chase Riggs. Missed sometime early in the season. He's back, and he's leading this offense.
Yeah, Chase Riggs, Lincoln Jackson, both out the first game when these two teams met in the second week of the season. So we'll have an opportunity to watch both teams at full strength in terms of the quarterback position. But Chase Riggs is like driving an F1 car when it comes to this offense. He might as well be Max Verstappen out there.
Those Timberwolves will spread it out on 1st and 10. Lofted out to Bretzing, but a good pursuit by the Miners. That is Ben Beatty down there to make the tackle, and it's a loss of 1 on first down.
Yeah, Beatty, the linebacker, in quick pursuit there, able to keep that one in tow and actually causes a loss on the play.
2nd and 12, the direct snap this time right up the middle, goes back to the original line of scrimmage. And it's going to be 3rd and long here for this Timpanogos offense.
Yeah, you see a lot of what Timpanogos wants to do is they want to go fast, they want to catch you off guard. Tried to do so, but this Park City defensive line was prepared.
So 3rd and 10 from their own 20. They'll send 4 wideouts for Timpanogos. Riggs looking far side, intended receiver was Josh Graff, but it's incomplete, and a quick 3 and out for this Timpanogos offense.
Yeah, some kind of a miscommunication there as the ball goes out of bounds, and Timpanogos is going to have to kick this one away. I know that Riggs was petitioning to go for it, I think, at one point in time, but way too deep in their own territory for that.
Bretzing does the kicking duties as well as the running back duties for this Timpanogos offense, as that kick goes high into the air, and it's fair caught by Carson Navarro. And Park City will start from their own 46-yard line. We'll see this Park City offense.
Now we talk about Lincoln Jackson, the quarterback, but this is an offense that loves to run the ball. They do it in a variety of manners. Will McCurdy, the running back, one of the best athletes on the team. He averages almost 104 yards per game. We'll see a lot of him tonight.
Miners start 1st and 10 from their own 46. 4 wideouts as well. As Jackson fires over the middle, there's contact. Incomplete. Intended receiver was Charlie Kuzamana.
Yeah, it looked like the Turf Monster was going to be credited with a tackle on that one. He's not able to get there. And Lincoln Jackson last year played at American Fork, came up here to Park City, leads this offense, and you can see he is a well-refined quarterback. Struggled with injuries a little bit this year, but excited to watch him tonight lead this offense.
2nd and 10. They'll hand it off, and fighting for about 5 yards. That's number 25. That's Eli Warner, his first carry of the night.
And you see how important it is there to try and get that pickup to give yourself a good play here on 3rd and average. We like to call it 3rd and brown bear. It's okay to be average just as long as you accomplish your goal, right? Here from the 50-yard line, a little inside. Park City's looking good.
49-yard line's where it's spotted. 3rd and 5 here for Park City. Jackson back to throw. Plenty of time. He'll tuck it and run. Looking for the first down. He's got it as he falls down. right at the line again. It is enough for a first down as Lincoln Jackson gets out in the field.
Yeah, I couldn't see if he absorbed some contact there or if he just got a little bit out of balance, but regardless, that is something that this Timpanogos defense is going to have to watch for. Jackson can scramble, has quite a few rushing yards on the season.
39 carries for 164 yards. Of course, he did miss about half of the season with that injury, but back in there at quarterback as he starts 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. And Warner gets about 4 on first down.
And again, just slowly chipping away at the defense there. Going to see a lot of contrast in styles. If Park City can wear down this Timpanogos defense with the run game, it's going to play to their advantage because you're not going to stop them on offense. Your hope is to slow them down.
And it's 2 different styles. Park City likes to run the ball. Timpanogos likes to go through the air. It's what we saw in the last meeting between these 2 teams as well. 2nd and 5, handoff to Warner again as he fights towards the line. He's going to be about a yard shy, but it brings up 3rd and short.
It does, but I tell you what a great job there by offensive lineman number 77, Rocco Daly. We're going to go ahead and induct him into the pancake platoon with that one on the power pole. Just blows over the defender. Helps get the positive yardage there.
So 3rd and 1 from the 35 here for Park City. On the move on their first drive of the night. They'll bring everything tight towards the line of the scrimmage here. Direct snap to Warner. He's got a first down, stumbling inside the 30. And he's down inside to the 28. It's a first down.
Yeah, well, we thought we were going to see a heavy dose of RB1 tonight, but fortunately for Park City, Warner has stepped in on this first drive and done a phenomenal job.
That was Will McCurdy. That was one broken tackle away from taking into the end zone. But it is a new set of downs here. 1st and 10 from the 28. Jackson back in at quarterback. He'll hand it off. Warner up the middle, gets blown up. Good hit on the far side. Cody Hawks, first one there, and he comes up with a big hit.
And that's the point of this Park City offense, right? They want to keep drawing you in, getting you scooting closer to the line of scrimmage, and they'll try and hit something over the top or an intermediate route to try and really move the chains.
2nd down and 9 from the 27. 3 wideouts to the near side. Jackson, quick throw near side, having to dive for that one was Tyler Monzingo. Able to make the catch, but only a gain of 1.
And Monzingo comes off limping just a little bit. He is their leading receiver in terms of catches. That's a tough situation for Park City if he's going to go down.
Gain of 1 makes it 3rd and 8 here. Still, actually, we'll call it 3rd and 9 still. They still have spotted at the 27. Need to get to the 18 for a first down. They'll send 3 wideouts over on the far side. Jackson gonna pitch it to Warner. Warner looking for a seam, cuts his way towards the 20 and fights for more yardage. He's got a first down.
We might have a candidate for an angry run there. Warner absorbs the contact, bounces off multiple defenders, fights his way for the first down. And that gets Park City inside the 20-yard line and into the red zone.
First time in the red zone tonight for Park City. 1st and 10 from the 17. Jackson rolling out, looking to throw. Fires for the sideline. He's got a man and wrestled down right about the line of scrimmage. That's caught by Charlie Cusimano.
And not much of a gain there on the play, but at the very least, you get a defense that's been out there for multiple plays, going side to side, hopefully wearing them down just a little bit. For Jackson, he'll take the completion regardless. Massive substitution.
Massive substitution. Jackson also comes out as well. So we'll see that Wildcat formation once again here. Bash Bodley back in there. He's the backup quarterback. Saw a lot of time for this Park City offense as well. He's in at quarterback here. But Warner's going to take the snap, and he cuts up in the middle and fights his way inside the 10.
It's not often that you see your quarterback on the lead block, but Bodley at 6'5", it's kind of a load, and you can see why they sub him in there. You want to try and protect Lincoln Jackson if you can. This is Park City at its finest, just smash mouth, grinded out football.
Same formation here as Warner takes another direct snap, weaves his way through. He's got a first down, and the Miners now inside the 5.
Yeah, you can see Warner. He just always falls forward. It's something that you love about a running back. Continues to just churn those yards. And what started out as 3- and 4-yard chunks are starting to get 5 and 6 here as you get close to the goal line, Matt. If I'm Park City, I just keep running it down the middle of that Timpanogos defense.
So Bodley and Warner in the backfield. Looks like Bodley will set up to take this next snap. First and goal from the 5. Clock running down to almost 5 minutes to go here in our opening quarter. Bodley will take it. Looking through traffic, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Park City.
Flying out of the single wing. He bashes his way into the end zone. It's Bodley for 6. Puts Park City on the board early. And that was almost too easy for the Miners as they struck gold in the first possession of the game.
He was able to take his time and find his way into the end zone for the first touchdown of the night. David Dellenbach is in for the extra point. Kick is away, and it is good. So Park City making noise early in this one. They drive down the field on their first drive, and they got a 7-0 lead.
Then it's the typical drive for Park City. A ton of run plays, a few passes mixed in there just to keep the defense moving around. But really an impressive effort. You can see, I don't know that there's a huge size advantage, but there's definitely a power advantage up front for this Park City offensive line, Matt. And then they do have some pretty highly touted recruits on this team, despite being a 4A school.
All right, before we get further to kickoff, we want to remind you tonight's game on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by Brent Brown Toyota. It's also brought to you by Heinemann and Associates. Heinemann and Associates is a flat-rate law firm that is completely focused on you. Get a free consultation by calling 801-472-7742 or go to utah.law to find the office nearest you. As we get ready to go here, Dellenbach has it on the tee. Park City gets ready to let this one go.
Dellenbach might be the most exciting kickoff specialist we've seen all year. It's a boomer of a kick.
He sends one all the way into the end zone. The Timberwolves just have to settle for another touchback. They will start again here at the 20-yard line. A 3-and-out on the first drive, Brian, here. What can they do to kind of get the ball rolling here on offense?
I think it's all about finding a rhythm for this offense, and we saw earlier on they tried to catch Park City off guard. This is a team that's very well coached. They'll have Timpanogos scouted, and so I think as you come out in this second drive, you want to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. That means Chase Riggs and trying to find Luke Livingston out there.
Let's say Luke Livingston, one of the premier wide receivers in the state of Utah. He's been electric on offense. See what Riggs in the offense does here on their second drive of the night. 5:10 to go, first quarter. Riggs going to hand it off. Bretzi going to fight for a gain of 6. Good run on first down.
Yeah, and I think a much better job of just dedicating yourself to the run game. This Timpanogos offensive line actually does a pretty good job of opening up holes for Breitzing.
Fake handoff, and then a quick pass over the middle connects with Josh Graff, and that's a first down for Timpanogos, and now they're getting the ball rolling here.
Yeah, this is exactly what we expected to see from Timpanogos, right? As soon as they get that ball moving, it's hard to stop.
4 wideouts again. Quick pass out to Livingston. Got a block and shoulders off a tackle, fighting for about 9 yards there on first down.
I love Luke Livingston. I love watching him play football. I love his attitude. It's rare you see a wide receiver duck his shoulder, but he did that right there to get the extra yards.
3 wideouts on the far side. That has multiple flags on that one. We'll most likely get a false start here on Timpanogos.
Yeah, somebody cue the Benny Hill music on that one because it was a calamity from the get-go. A lot of bodies moving with no football in motion, and that's going to back Timpanogos up 5 yards. In the grand scheme for this offense, 5 yards is not a big deal. But really the bigger thing is it takes them out of rhythm and allows Park City to catch their breath a little bit.
So after the false start, it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 32-yard line for Timpanogos. Timberwolves send a man in motion. Riggs looking for the deep ball, diving for it. was Gabe Graff that time, in and out of the hands, brings up third down.
I won't use the crutch of we're playing at altitude tonight because it's not that much higher than the valley, but that one was just a bit out of reach there of Graff. See, Rick still trying to settle in.
3rd and 8 here. 4 wideouts in the formation. Park City brings the pressure. Now firing over the middle. Connects with Graff. He's up past midfield and down to the 40. Josh Graff with a big gain for Timpanogos.
I love that they have him listed as a tight end on the website for the roster, but Graff is anything but as you see him work the seam there. And when Park City brought the blitz, Rick's made him pay.
Quick pass out here near side. This time finds his brother in Gabe Graff, but this time only gets about a yard on first down.
And Park City is going to live and die by their ability to defend the deep passes. They're dedicated to stopping that short stuff.
Gain of 1 on that pass brings up 2nd and 9. Riggs going to hand it off. Bretzing trying to follow his blockers, gets about 2 yards, and now 3rd and 7 upcoming.
Boy, what a nice job there by, I believe it was Owen Tabarachi, the youngest brother of Carson and Blake, who stopped the pull on that, and that's a pretty impressive job for a linebacker.
So Timberwolves back to work quickly. Riggs on 3rd down into double coverage, and it's caught! What a catch! Dash McCann and the Timberwolves are in the red zone.
We said it at the start, this is high-octane offense. They're up and ready to go. What a catch by Dash McCann.
3 wideouts as they're back to work. Handoff. Bretzing up the middle, fights his way to the 16. I'm still getting over that catch. That was in a double coverage, and he was able to make that grab.
2 Park City defenders in the area. They almost knocked each other off, and Dash McCann just timed it perfectly, went up, robbed the ball out of the sky, and got Timpanogos into the red zone. Do we call it the blue zone for Timpanogos? I never know.
Fake pass, has a wide open man, and dropped in the end zone. Had McCann wide open and just couldn't hold on to it.
I wonder if Dash McCann was surprised by the fact that he didn't have more defenders bearing down on him on that one. Ball just a little overthrown. I don't know if he would have been able to come down in bounds anyways. But man, they start hitting on those.
They say the Miners bid on the play fake there. That little pump fake gave him space. Now it's 3rd and 7, 4 wideouts in the formation. Riggs, pressure coming, now floats to the end zone, too high. Intended receiver was Gabe Graff on that one, and now it's 4th down and decision time here for Timpanogos.
Yeah, and it does look like they're probably going to go for it here. And with Timpanogos' offense being what it is, I like the decision. You're going to get yards all game long. That's not a question. It's can you capitalize on every drive? And for them right now, I think they really need to equalize the scoreboard with a touchdown.
Need to get to the 10-yard line for a first down. It's 4th and 7. Riggs rolls out. Looking for someone, fires over the end zone, and it's incomplete. And the Park City defense holds, and they'll take over on downs.
Yeah, not sure that Riggs really had a wide receiver in mind. Looked like he was looking for Luke Livingston on what's kind of like a sit route. Park City having coverage over the top, well covered, and the Miners will take over on offense. And after what was a long, well-sustained drive, it's going to be a big task for this Timpanogos defense to try and get a stop here.
So back comes out Jackson and the Park City offense. 7 points on their opening drive. Ready to start drive number 2 from their own 16. They'll hand it off to Warner, and good pressure from Timpanogos. First one in there, I believe, was number 23. That'd be Brighton Tate with the tackle for loss.
Yeah, Tate read it right from the beginning and snuck between 2 of the blockers and met the running back right in the backfield for a bit of a loss. And that's a great start for Timpanogos defense.
2nd and 11 after the loss of 1. 4 wideouts spread across the field for Jackson. He's looking to throw, pressure coming, steps up and brought down. Guess who? Brighton Tate, 2 in a row for the Timpanogos defender.
I love the call. It's a zone blitz, and they're bringing pressure from the wide side of the field that flushes Lincoln Jackson from the pocket, and Tate just keeps after it. Ends up with the sack. Get that money. Sack lunch on the sideline.
A senior making it happen. Now it's 3rd and 15 here. This clock runs under 2 minutes to go in our opening quarter. Jackson back to throw once more. Quick throw far side. It's caught at about the 18. Reese Smith is the one who made the catch, but it is going to be 4th and about 8 here deep in their own territory.
Yeah, Timpanogos went with a little bit of a softer coverage, allowing that shorter route. It's basically for breathing room for Park City at this point. I don't think there's too many plays this early in the game in the playbook for a 3rd and almost 20, Matt, and we'll see Park City kick this one away.
Tyler Hunter back for Timpanogos. High kick forces Hunter back. It takes a hop out of the 35 and a Park City bounce down to the 32, and that's where Timpanogos will start. So both teams still kind of fill us out here. Both teams have gotten 3 and outs on defense. Let's see what Timpanogos does on their 3rd drive of the night.
Yeah, and that was a big stop for that in Timpanogos defense after Park City had methodically marched down the field on the opening possession. If they're able to get them into 2nd and long, 3rd and long, that is going to spell trouble for Park City. That's not where they're comfortable operating from. And as you see Timpanogos come out, this offense is comfortable operating from anywhere on the field.
So they'll start 1st and 10 from the 32. 1 minute to go here in our first quarter. Winner moves on to the semifinals at Rice-Eccles Stadium next weekend. Timpanogos back to throw. Riggs going to take the deep shot. Looking at far side, looking for Graff. It's broken up on the play. That was Mason Christensen able to get that pass breakup.
Yeah, Christensen, a speedy defensive back, does a good job of keeping pace with a taller Graff. Not able to reel it in on the interception, but gets the PBU, the consolation.
Pass our handoff to Bretzing on 2nd down. Lowers the shoulder and fights for a good gain. He is about 5, and it brings up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, sorry, Matt. He is such a fun back to watch. He does a great job of reading his blocks, following his linemen, but once he finds those holes, he's a punishing runner. You see him explode into the defender and lower the shoulder there. 3rd
and 5. Riggs has a man at the 50. Toe tap catch. And he's in bounds. Matthew Hall doing the toe tap down there. Or was it Joshua Graff over there? Excuse me.
Yeah, I believe it was Graff, number 9 on the sideline, but they have so many wide receivers in this offense, it's almost a pick 'em to find out who gets it.
1st and 10 from midfield. They'll hand it off to Bretzing, and again, fights for about 6 yards on 1st down.
That's what I love about the tempo that they play with the Timpanogos, right? They get a 1st down. The defense wants to lick its wounds. They get right up and run after it, and Breitling is the perfect back for that.
Quick to work here, 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Riggs looking deep and trying to find Graff on that far side. Throws it over his head, incomplete.
Yeah, they're trying to bring Luke Livingston across the field almost as a decoy to open it up, but there were so many defenders in the area for Park City. That's one of the downsides when you run a little half rollout like that and we'll use a section of the field.
So 3rd and 4. 18 seconds left in this first quarter. Timberwolves trying to keep this drive going. They've got 3 wide receivers on the far side. 1 to the near. As we get ready for the 3rd down play. Riggs rolls out. Fires over the middle, tip ball, and it's incomplete. Park City getting in the way, and that brings up 4th down.
Yeah, not exactly sure who it was that got a hand on that, but a great job by that Park City defensive line. Tip the pass. Looks like Timpanogos is going to go for this one again. Talked about it. This team is not afraid to be aggressive on offense. It's the MO of the team and the program, without a doubt. And if you're Park City, this is a massive, massive play for this defense after what was already a good deflection.
4th and 4 from the Park City 44-yard line. As Timpanogos gonna bunch the formation. Now Riggs gonna float it, looking deep, but it's gonna be well short of Cash McCann. And once again, Timpanogos turns it over on downs.
Yeah, and if you're going to go for it on fourth down, that's one of those situations where I'd almost like to huddle up on that simply to get everybody on the same page. You see there's some kind of a miscommunication between the two out there. And, for Chase Riggs, who is so reliable and so accurate, it's rare that we see that kind of a situation from him. Now this Timpanogos defense is tasked with another stop. We'll see if they go with the blitz again, Matt. Had some success in the previous drive with it.
Park City will spread it out here on 1st and 10. They'll take over from their own 44. Pitch it out to Warner, looking for the corner. Met by the Timberwolves. He's going to get about 3 out to the 47, and that's going to be it for our first quarter of play. Both teams still feeling each other's out.
At the end of the first quarter.
And 12 minutes in the books. Park City with a 7-0 lead.
Park City 7, Timpanogos 0.
Welcome back. Ready for our second quarter tonight in our 4A quarterfinal matchup between Park City and Timpanogos. Matt Coma, Brian Brown with you for this one. As Park City on the move in their third drive of the night. Ready to go here on second down. 3 wideouts to the near side. They'll hand it off to Warner. Fights up the middle. Got about a yard.
Yeah, Warner's not a big back like Breitsling, who's 5'11", 210, but he's a punishing runner inside the tackles. Quick, hits the hole well, and this Park City offensive line does a great job of giving him creases to run through.
So 3rd and 6 from their own 48-yard line here for Park City. As Jackson will go back to throw. Steps him in the pocket, now pressure coming, and he's going to get swallowed up. Jesse King with a big sack for Timpanogos, and it's 4th and long.
Too much tango back there for Lincoln Jackson as he's dancing around in the pocket trying to find a wide receiver. Not able to get away from the rush. And Timpanogos, what a job by this defense. Back-to-back 3-and-outs.
Bash Bodley back to punt this one away for Park City, and Tyler Hunter back to receive. That was a loss of 11 on that sack. Kicks away. High and fair caught by Hunter at the 31. It's going to be Tabarachi on the punt, excuse me. And Timpanogos will take over here. Both defenses starting to show their strength here in this one.
Yeah, and I think the bigger thing is that we've yet to see a touchdown from Timpanogos, and I have to believe that in a defensive battle, that tips in the favor of the Miners so far. It's actually 2 offenses that are very proficient in terms of scoring, both averaging well over 30 points a game. Yeah. But for Timpanogos, it's all about those quick strikes, right?
Yeah.
Being explosive and scoring on offense.
Timpanogos averaging 38 points per game so far. That's 2nd in 4A, only behind Skyview, who they may potentially see in the next round. The winner of this one will take on either the Skyview Bobcats or the Green Canyon Wolves, as Riggs calls his own number on first down, gains about 5.
And that's the diversity of Chase Riggs that you really love. He's a strong runner, gives you an option there in the running game. Just another way to keep the defense honest.
Timpanogos speeding things up. Riggs going to quickly pass over the far side. It's caught. And Dash McCann fighting through tackles, and he's out to midfield.
Well, judge Dash McCann by his size at your own peril as he lowers the shoulder, gets the first down, a few more. If he could have tight-roped that one on the sideline, it would have been nothing but end zone for him.
They mark him out to the 48. It's still a first down. Is another quick pass to McCann over on the far side. And another gain of about 4 on that one, bring up 2nd and 6.
And this is where, as a defense, you've really got to buckle down and tighten up, because Timpanogos is rolling.
They'll hand it off to Bretzing, but flags fly. I think we had some movement on the Timpanogos side, and that isn't what it is. It'll be a false start here on Timpanogos.
Yeah, it's one of the downsides when you're trying to go with tempo is players get anxious, especially those big fellas where they've got to hustle and get up to the line, get set. And you know that part of your offense is getting off and getting into those defenders. 5-yard penalty, again, we talk about it. Not a huge loss when you're racking up that many yards, but it gives the defense just that much more confidence in second down.
Back it up to the 47 of Timpanogos. It'll be second and 11 here. As they will spread it out again, 4 wide receivers for Chase Riggs. Back to throw once more, but pressure coming and able to check it down to Bretzing, who fights for a gain of 4. Out to midfield again here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's such a versatile offensive player, able to line up in the slot, catch the ball, run the ball. Even though it's not a big gain, it gives you just that many more options. We've seen Timpanogos. They're probably going to go for it on 4th down. So you've now got 2 play calls in the book for it.
So 3rd and 7 here for Timpanogos. Riggs back to throw again. Darts it over the middle, in and out of the hands of Livingston. And it's 4th down again for Timpanogos.
Yeah, Cool Hand has been frustrated today by this Park City defense. They know and they respect him. He is so talented. And you can see the body language there. He knew that one got away from him.
Only 1 catch so far for Livingston. Bretzing gonna punt this one away. And it's a good end kick. Takes a hop at the 10 and bounces into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and Park City will get the ball back at their own 20.
Yeah, almost able to pin that one, and just need a little bit more Aussie style to drop it like a lob wedge there. I'm sure that'll be something that Bretzling will work on now.
Well, he's a running back too, so
yeah.
It's like he's doing a lot of the kicking game for this Timpanogos team as well. Reminder, tonight's game is brought to you by Advanced Windows. They're having a fall window sale. You get $2,000 off, 10 windows or more, plus 60 months, 0% interest financing is available. Limit time only for Advanced Windows. Call 801-850-9100 as we get back underway here. 1st and 10 from the 20 for Park City. They'll hand it off to Warner, who again fights his way up the middle, gets about 4. And that's kind of been Park City's MO in this one, just straight up the middle for some substantial gains.
They're moving the line of scrimmage, so while it's not just, not a huge gain when it's only 4 yards, they are getting push up front. I think that's the bigger story for the Miners, that they can continue to do that while building a lead. It's only going to play in their favor.
Averaging just over 200 yards a game on the ground, this Park City offense. So they go to work 2nd down. Jackson trying to roll out, and he's just going to throw this one away. Good pressure there by number 23. That's Brighton Tate getting in the backfield once more.
Yeah, who else but Brighton Tate? He's extremely versatile, and I think for Lincoln Jackson, it's darned if you do, darned if you don't on that one. Trying to get outside, but Tate is so fast. Doesn't really create a whole lot of space, not able to find his wide receiver, and Wiley throws the ball out of bounds.
So we're going to see that Wildcat formation once again as Jackson comes out for this 3rd down play. It'll be Bodley and Warner in the backfield here. It's going to be 3rd and 6 from the 24. Direct snap, that's actually to Will McCurdy, looking for the corner, spun down at about the 28, is going to be 2 yards shy, as he gains about 4.
Yeah, nice little sweep. We used to call that student body right back in the day, where you just try to get everybody going to the outside and see if your guy can get to the corner, and not able to get there. Park City's going to go for it here on 4th and short, and looks like they're going to call timeout instead.
Yeah, they're going to think about it as well here. So we'll step aside. 7:50 to go to halftime. Park City facing 4th and 2, but they've got a 7-0 lead. We'll be back with decision time here on KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back, 4th and 2 here for Park City. As they're going to go for it here from their own 28. Miners trying to draw them offside there. Now they'll snap it. Up the middle, he's got the first down. Will McCurdy out to the 35 and a first down for Park City.
And we have a Park City player down, unfortunately, but the result is the first down. Park City running out of that. It's almost like a single wing formation where they go unbalanced and just load up the backfield. Created a great crease. And
welcome back. Andy Watanabe able to get off under his own power. But the first down, thanks to that run from Will McCurdy, brings a new set of downs here for Park City from their own 35. They'll stack the formation again. Here on first down, quick handoff, McCurdy fights through a tackle, now breaking his way out for another first down, gain 11 for Will McCurdy.
A nice job of getting outside. Great job of sealing the edge there by Park City, and now we're starting to see that offensive line really create opportunities for the running backs.
Excuse me, that was Eli Warner out there. They switched the running backs. Bodley's still in there at quarterback. Warner's in there as well. They've both been handling the snap duties. This time it's Bodley. Able to weave through and get out to midfield. Gain of 4 on first down.
Yeah, you can see why they like Bodley in that running quarterback role. He's a long, quick, big target. Also keeps Lincoln Jackson out of harm's way. And great job there as well, using the fullback to open up those holes.
I'd say they've been using this formation a lot in this game so far. It's still Bodley and Warner out there. A little bit of confusion on the offensive line, though, where they're going to have to burn a timeout. Their second of the game.
Yeah, that's going to be a personnel situation where they were missing somebody up there up front and cost the Miners a timeout.
So timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. 6:26 to go here in our second quarter. Park City with a 7-0 lead. Welcome back, 6:26 to go. 2nd and 6 here for Park City from midfield. Bodley in there at quarterback. This will be a direct snap to Warner up the middle. He's breaking tackles. One man to beat. He's in the side of the 20, looking for the end zone, and he's in. Eli Warner, 50 yards for the touchdown.
Just right up the gut, and Eli Warner smelled from the beginning that he was going to hit pay dirt, and he didn't stop till he got it. What a run by number 25. And he puts the Park City Miners ahead 13-0 pending the PAT.
Dellen back in for the extra point. As the kick is up. And good. And Park City, 2 rushing touchdowns tonight. They've got a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, and really starting to wear on that Timpanogos defense there, especially that power formation. It's kind of a unique setup. They've got big bodies all over the place. It's able to create creases against a bit of an undersized Timpanogos defense. This is a Timpanogos defense with an odd man front. They've got 3 down. Tries to make sure that their linebackers can provide pressure, and in those power run situations, just causing them a major mismatch.
So the Miners getting it done on the ground so far in this one, as Eli Warner goes 50 yards for the touchdown. The Miners set to kick this one back. Matthew Hall and Tyler Hunter back for Timpanogos on this one. Dellenbach gets ready to kick this one away. Another high, deep kick, and not allowing Timpanogos to get anything going on the return game. That goes out of the back of the end zone.
Well, Dellenbach's my favorite part of the kicking game so far. The very first one he put out the back of the end zone. The second one he tried to split the uprights. This time he tried to toe tap the end line. So I don't know if he's got like a bingo card that he has to hit from mom and dad, but he is doing a great job of negating any opportunity for Timpanogos to improve field position. And while it hasn't necessarily stunted the offense, I think it has prevented Timpanogos from putting points on the board.
So 1st and 10 from the 20 here. So they'll send McCann in motion. Hand off to Bretzing, bouncing off tacklers and fighting for about a gain of 1. Interesting note on Dellenbach too, by the way. Say, we were watching in pregame. He was hitting field goals from about midfield. He does have a 58-yard field goal at his in his belt already this year.
Big leg.
As they throw it out to Bretzing on 2nd down, he's got a 1st down out past the 30.
For Timpanogos, that's what they really need to go after, is continue to work those corners and try and catch Park City unaware on the backside.
Clock running under 6 minutes to go to halftime. Handoff Bretzing. Fights for about a gain of 4. Pushes it out past the 35.
Well, just as I say that, Park City, I think, dodged a major mistake out there, as they only had one defender on the trips formation over here.
And they got 3 tripled here to the near side, and they're going to throw it to Livingston. Low throw, but able to be caught. Livingston breaking a tackle out past the 45 and a 1st down for Livingston.
Well, that's part of the reason why I love Luke Livingston so much. He can create something out of nothing. You know, a lot of chicken salad for what he does, right? You see a low throw there, and he's able to turn it into a 1st down.
Gain of 12 brings up a new set of downs. Riggs looking his way again. Too high this time, incomplete.
Now look, I mean, Park City is well aware of Luke Livingston just like we are. You see double coverage there as they have safety help over the top, and he's just not able to get in rhythm and get free. It's a great job by this defense to negate him picking up any downfield catches.
Well, this is the first time that they've had to see Livingston as a wide receiver. He was a quarterback the last time these two teams played. As Riggs looking over the middle and in and out of the hands of Gabe Graff. Number 15, Blake Tabarachi there to break that one up for Park City.
Yeah, nice job by Tabarachi there from the middle of the field. Pretty versatile player. He'll play at linebacker. Tonight they've got him deep at safety, and didn't take much for him to dislodge the ball on that one. Son of a hockey player, and he is a physically built young man.
So 5 wideouts here for Timpanogos, 3rd and 10 from their 47. Riggs looks over, fires over the middle looking for Graff, and it's too far away.
Oh, I tell you what.
Incomplete.
Sorry, Matt. I keep getting excited because they've got him on the slant or the post route almost every single time over the middle. Riggs just not able to hit him in stride. If he did, man, we might have been pulling Graff out of the end zone on that one.
Let's say he did have him open over the middle, just the pass inaccurate. Bretzing back to punt again. And Bretzing, this one going to be fielded at the 20, fair catch. There from Tabarachi, and the Miners will start from the 21.
And we'll see, it looks like Warner going to be the back who will start out on this series, and after what they were able to do, no surprise, Matt, he's done a great job, and if you keep wondering why we have a hard time telling them apart, Warner is 25, McCurdy is 26. They're both wearing white arm sleeves.
And their numbers are right next to each other, which is hard to tell who's who. It is Warner in there for this one, as Jackson's back in there as well. It's Jackson to throw. He's going to find Warner. Cuts it upfield at about the 23. Gets about a gain of 2.
Yeah, and why not try the pass out a little bit? You know what you've been able to do on the ground. See if you can get this defense really gasping for air through the air.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 from the 22 here. 4:30 and counting now here in our second quarter. They're going to, little read option, ball's on the ground, and it's, no, still no whistle, ball's flying all over the place, and I think the Miners ended up holding on to it.
Here I am thinking that hot potato was just a game for old people like me. Park City and Timpanogos bringing it back, just like TNC Surfco and Jeanco Jeans.
Say, it was a mishandle on the read option. The ball was on the ground. Timpanogos did have it for a second, and then it just kind of flew in the air.
It almost looked like one of the defensive linemen tried to scoop it up, and he was like throwing it back to a teammate on that one. Park City able to maintain possession, but it's going to be third and very long here.
Yeah, all said and done, it's going to be third and about 16 now. Lost about 9 on that one. They're going to hand it off to Warner, and he's only going to get about a yard as the Timberwolves get in there. MJ Iosefo with the tackle.
Yeah, nice job by Timpanogos defensively there, not to be fooled. Looked like they had a RPO action set up where they were trying to go outside of the wide receiver or hand it off to the running back, and defensive line and friends doing a good job of stopping it there.
So Bash Bodley is in there. So punt this one away. And Hunter is back for Timpanogos. Good kick. Hunter's going to get a chance to field it at the 45. Breaks up the sideline. And a good return. We'll see where they spot him out of bounds. Oh, mark it at the 39. So about a gain of about 16 on that return.
Far and away the best field position that Timpanogos has had all game. And you kick the ball to Hunter. He's able to field it on the fly. Gives him that forward momentum and capitalizes on a good return. And that's going to allow Timpanogos some real opportunity here to get some points, some really, truly needed points at this time in the game. 14-0,
3:17 to go. Their best starting field position of the night as they hand it up the middle. Brettsing lowers the shoulder, stays up. And he fights for 9 yards. A tough run on first down.
And Brettsing for sure deserves a scepter after that one. Gets hit in the legs and keeps driving for the first down. Well, almost the first down.
2nd and 1. They'll hand it back off to Brettsing, but flag is thrown before that snap. And it is another false start on Timpanogos, their third of the night.
Yeah, you got to make sure that those guys are set. I know you want to go fast and go tempo. Try and catch that Park City defense off guard, but got to make sure you start from one. We can't count outside of rhythm here. And for Timpanogos, it's been multiple times that we've seen that happen, Matt. And it's starting to really limit their potential in terms of being able to convert offensively.
So back it up 5 yards, 2nd and 6 from the 35. 2 wideouts on the near side for Timpanogos. Riggs going to hand it off to Brettsing. Fights right in the middle of the pile. He's met by Ben Beatty, gain of about 2.
And Beatty, also a phenomenal lacrosse player, just big athlete, playing there in the defensive end position. You can see why this defense is so tenacious.
4 wideouts here, 3rd and 4. As the clock runs under 2.5 to go. High snap. It's behind, and Riggs forced to just fall on that one. That'll back him up to the 42.
Again, the aggressiveness of that Park City front getting to this Timpanogos offensive line a little bit, and Timpanogos, opportunity wasted there as they're going to have to punt here on 4th down.
Loss of 9, Brettsing back to punt it again. They're going to let this one bounce, takes a hop towards the end zone, and Timberwolves got to it but couldn't keep it out of the end zone. It'll be another touchback.
And I believe at the high school level, the rule is that you cannot be in the end zone while touching the ball. So even if the player was able to keep it from crossing the line, it still would have been a touchback. Regardless, this has turned into a surprising defensive battle here, Matt, in the second quarter.
After what we saw in the first meeting between these two teams, it was a 35-33 shootout. Both teams put up over 400 yards of offense. And it's been a defensive battle between these two so far.
Yeah, I came into this one expecting a tightly matched game, and while the scoreboard does read 14-0, it still has been very competitive. I just expected a few more points on the side of Timpanogos.
Park City defense has done its job so far as they go back to work now on offense as Bash Bodley Takes it on the direct snap, gains about 3.
I hope whatever Bash Bodley does in the future, whether it's football or hockey or being an action star, I hope he gets to use that fantastic name. He also does a great job in that we can call it a wildcat formation, but they run unbalanced. They've got an extra fullback in there. Real power formation.
Park City taking their time here with the clock approaching 1 minute to go here before the halftime break. Park City does get the ball to start the third quarter. And we have a false start this time. See if it's who it's on.
I'm wondering if this isn't going to be on Park City because they clapped and then went in motion. Yeah, it is going to be a false start.
It is a false start on the Miners. Their first line infraction tonight. That'll back it up. It'll be about 2nd and 10. We'll spot it at the 19, so it'll be 2nd and 11. 1:08 to go before halftime here. Park City with only 1 timeout left. See how aggressive they are here on this drive. That'll be McCurdy on the direct snap. Spins out of a tackle, still fighting, and gets about 4. And it brings up 3rd and 7. And a timeout from Timpanogos. Yep, timeout for the Timberwolves here. So Timpanogos trying to get the ball back here before the half.
Yeah, under a minute left. It's a good usage of the timeout there. You got one opportunity to stop Park City. You'll call another timeout. Try and conserve about 40 seconds for a team like Timpanogos. That's plenty of time to score.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think really the impressive part about this game has been the game plan from Park City, where you knew coming into this you're not going to stop Timpanogos, right? And so you've moved Blake Tabarachi around tonight, done a good job of double covering Luke Livingston, and so for Timpanogos, if they're not able to get a score here, I believe that Park City gets the ball coming out at half. You're going to have to try and make some kind of adjustment at halftime to try and get things going.
And it's not like it hasn't been completely off for Timpanogos. It's just been little things that they haven't done well on offense.
And missed opportunities, right? And we talked a lot about the false starts. Those have started to add up. 1 or 2 of those a half, you can live with it, but on multiple drives, we've seen it be a bit of a drive killer.
So 3rd and 8 here for Park City. 56 seconds to go here in our first half. Handoff and fighting only to the line. Good stop from Timpanogos, and they'll use another timeout here. That was Cyrus Goreka on the tackle there, and now bring up 4th down. Timpanogos takes another timeout here. They're going to get the ball back with about 50 seconds to go here.
And the interesting part about it is you don't have to worry about the 2-minute offense because you're always in the 2-minute offense. You know, for Park City, you have to think that maybe that gives them a bit of an advantage because it's not going to be much of a change from what you've played all game, right? So to stick to the game plan, keep it easy, keep it relaxed, maybe try to put a little pressure on there early on. See if you can't get Timpanogos to try and push. But first of all, and the other conversation we could have here is, do you try to go after the punter on a block here? With the way that Hunter returned the ball last time, I think you give him an opportunity to try and make something happen.
So Blake Tabarachi and Bodley back there. Bodley's going to be the one to kick this one, and Hunter will field it. And Phil almost lost it. Able to get by the first defender, but a good tackle by Tabarachi.
Secured the ball on his hip and avoided a tackle. I've never done anything in my life as athletic as what Hunter just did right there.
It's kind of the behind-the-back little move there that also deked the defender there. Gets about 6 on that return, and Timpanogos will start in Park City territory here, looking to get something on the board.
And you can see they're in their standard 5-wide set here with Breitling inside.
5 wideouts for Riggs. Pressure coming up the middle. Now throws over the middle, looking for Graff. Timpanogos wants a call. They're not going to get one.
Yeah, a lot of contact on that one, and I can understand what they're looking for there is looked like Tabarachi just kind of got in the way of the receiver. Not sure if there was an actual attempt to interfere with the pass as much as he was just a big guy in the way.
37 seconds, 1 timeout left here for Timpanogos. 2nd and 10. Riggs gonna sling it out over to the far side looking for McCann. It's over his head and out of bounds.
Talked about pressure, right? See, Riggs feels the pressure there and kind of whips it around without much mechanics, and the ball sails on him, unable to hit McCann. And for Timpanogos, those are the kind of throws that you have to hit on, right? Because McCann is such a dangerous player in the open field.
So now 3rd and 10 after 2 incompletions here. 33.4 to go on the clock. So they'll send a spread out again, setting up the screen this time to Bretzing. Fights through 1 tackle, lowers the shoulder, still moving, and he gets inside the 40 and out of bounds.
A nice job by the offensive line to get out there and get some action on some helmet-on-helmet action, and even more so for Breitling, who keeps fighting the additional yards and turns it into a 4th and short. This is a much more manageable opportunity for Timpanogos.
Gain of 9 on that screen pass, and it's 4th and 1 from the 37-yard line here. They're going to hand it off. Bretzing's got the first down and stumbles down inside the 35, and Timpanogos will use their final timeout.
Oh, it's a shame that he stumbled on that one, because if he hadn't, there's a lot of green grass and open field. Bretzling has been just such a workhorse in this first half.
Able to lower the shoulder and pick up the first down. So Timpanogos uses its final timeout with 20 seconds to go. Joining you up here in Park City, it's been a beautiful night. A little chilly, Brian, and you know it goes great with a chilly evening. Go out at a sporting event.
I just want to be wrapped up in something almost like a Snuggie or like maybe a sleeping bag. Is there anything out there like that, Matt?
I think we got something. You can go check out Igloo Outfitters, the coziest wearable sleeping bag. They've got you covered during those chilly days and nights. Worry no more about the weather and watch your favorite team in comfort with Igloo Outfitters. Go to igloooutfitters.com and enter the code REWIND for $20 off, and never miss the moments with Igloo Outfitters. Getting ready to go 1st and 10, 20 seconds to go. As Riggs going to take a shot. It's underthrown and almost intercepted. Over on the far side, I think it's number 23, Mason Christensen over there. Hard to read the numbers over on the far side.
Yeah, nice job there by, I believe it was Graff, or maybe it was McCann at the wide receiver position to break the ball up. But for Riggs, under duress, trying to make that throw.
14 seconds now, 10. They'll dump it off. McCann fights for a first down, spins out at 2 tackles and wrestled down at the 22. Clock stops to move the chains. 7 seconds to go here. They're going to try and clock this, and they will with 3.9 to go. And Timpanogos sets up for one final play here. Do you take the shot for the end zone, or do you settle for the points?
Well, I mean, that's always the question, right? And I think we've seen on multiple weeks and at the college football level, coaches refuse to take the points and bite them at the end. For Timpanogos, I don't know that that's an option.
Yeah, they're going to go for it here. Final play of the half, barring a penalty. 3.9 to go. They'll send 5 lineouts here for Riggs. Trying to get points before the half. Pressure coming. Throws over the middle, and it's broken up. Intended receiver was Cash McCann. And I believe that's Carson Navarro back there that broke it up. And there's an injured minor in the end zone. But Timpanogos went for the home run shot there. Just couldn't connect. Good stop by the Park City defense.
Yeah, just that bang-bang play. A lot of action going on there. You see Riggs tries to hit the receiver. He's almost able to make the play, but collision there, and you have a Park City defender down in the end zone. And thankfully these games have amazing staff, both trainer and emergency staff, to take care of these kids when they're out there competing. And as we go to halftime, we'll let them do their jobs as Park City holds a 14-0 lead. A little bit of a somber mood on that play, though, Matt.
Yeah, they're going to attend to the injured minor in the end zone. The teams head off the field for their halftime break. It has been all Park City In this 4A quarterfinal, the Miners take a 14-0 lead into the halftime break. We'll step aside and be back with the second half of this 4A quarterfinal. Winner moves on to the semis. Here in 2023, we'll see who punches their ticket to Rice-Eccles in just a little bit. You're watching Timpanogos football here on KSL Sports Rewind. Well, fans, getting ready to go for our second half tonight between Park City and Timpanogos, our 4 versus 5 matchup here in the 4A quarterfinals. Matt Como and Brian Brown joining you here on KSL Sports Rewind. And Brian, we saw Park City capitalize on offense multiple times, both of them getting done on the ground. Timpanogos has shown signs of life, but hasn't really quite figured it out. What did you see in that first 2 quarters?
Execution and lack thereof, and that's really where it's pretty easy to split it down the middle. Park City executed offensively in everything that they wanted to do, and defensively as well. And for Timpanogos, we just didn't see the execution once they got into scoring territory. And even there at the very last play of the game, and you know, our I don't know, condolences is the word, but Blake Tabarachi was the player injured, and he's not going to be returning tonight. I'll just leave it at that. And we send him our best wishes and hope for a quick recovery as the UCLA commit won't be returning. But even on that play, it was just not the ability to not finish the execution. Yeah. I'm finally able to spit my word salad out into the...
So it's Easton Bretzing that's going to kick this off for Timpanogos. As Brian mentioned, Blake Tabarachi was the injured Miner out there. He ended up having to be carted off the field, so he will not return in this contest. We wish him the best, as Park City will field this at their own 2. Looking up the far side, gets it out past the 20. And that's where Park City will set up shop here for their first drive of the 3rd quarter.
And if you're looking to hire somebody who can do everything, Easton Bretzing might be your guy.
Oh, he's done everything for this Timpanogos. He punts, he runs, he kicks.
Catches the ball.
Great punt, pass, and kick competitions. I'm just saying.
Like a mini Andy Reid out there.
So Lincoln Jackson and the offense back out for Park City here. We haven't seen a whole lot of Jackson. Him and Bash have kind of split the snaps at quarterback, as they'll hand this one off to Warner for a gain of 3.
Yeah, and it's been an interesting change-up for Park City, as it's been Warner who's gotten the bulk of the snaps. We've seen McCurdy here and there, and Jackson has also come out when they go with that heavy package that, like I've started calling it, a single wing look. And we'll see how Park City is able to do now coming out of halftime with their base offense.
They're going to spread this one out here on 2nd and 6. Jackson back to pass. As time now rolls out. Still surveying. Has a man here near side. Diving catch. But it's out of bounds. Incomplete. Looking for number 5. That is Tyler Monzingo that he was looking for near midfield.
And Monzingo coming down in an awkward position, and he'll try and stretch that one out. But for Lincoln Jackson, it's just an ability to stay patient in the pocket and go through your progressions. They've really been limited by this Timpanogos defense.
Jackson will go to throw, 3rd and 6 here. Still rolls out, looking for somewhere to go. Now he's going to cut it back. Able to fight his way out to the 30. He gets a good gain, but he's still short. It'll bring up 4th and about 1.5 yards here for Park City.
Yeah, and Timpanogos doing a great job on that one. Has everybody up on the rollout, keeping the receivers in front of them. Blanket coverage. He had a receiver open deep, but just never able to really get set up to fire a strike. And I know for everybody who watches Patrick Mahomes on Sundays and says, why doesn't he just throw it? Well, there's one Patrick Mahomes on this entire world. And as much as I appreciate Lincoln Jackson, I'm not going to hold him to that expectation.
4th and 1 here for Park City. They're going to go for it. Direct snap. And fighting for first down yardage. That second effort by McCurdy. And that's a new set of downs here for the Miners.
Yeah, and McCurdy, not a big back either, but you can see almost the desperation that he had to get the first down there as he comes on the direct snap. And Park City has just really established dominance at the line of scrimmage. You know, we haven't seen a lot of losses on run plays, maybe 1 or 2, and I know Tate was able to sneak in on one of those, but a great job by them.
1st and 10 from the 35 here as Jackson will pitch it over to Warner. Gets the corner and fights his way out near the first down marker. He's pushed 2 yards shy, but a gain of 8 on that first down.
When we talk about high-octane offenses, and we talked a lot about Timpanogos' ability to really move the ball and move it at a high tempo, Park City is the opposite of that in terms of octane, right? They still score a lot of points. They move the ball. It's about controlling the ball, being physical, and really establishing the tone at the line of scrimmage. And tonight might be one of the best examples we've seen from them.
2nd and 2 here for the Miners as they bunch the formation, direct snap. And there goes McCurdy, breaks a tackle. He's off to the races. Oh, and it's tripped up by Hunter down at the 1 yard line. He almost took that to the house. Great defense from Timpanogos. Hunter able to trip him up, but a big gain for Park City.
A shout out to Tyler Hunter for the literal shoestring tackle. Will McCurdy was off and running. He had everything in front of him. Just not able to cross the line of scrimmage. We'll see if he can get it here.
McCurdy on the snap here from the 3. So he'll look for the corner, and he's dragged down from behind. Tyson Miller on the tackle. It's a gain of about half a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, nice job by that Timpanogos defense to recover, string that play out. Short field now. And so if you're Park City, you see them bringing an extra offensive lineman, this is where you really want to try and drive the ball.
So it'll be McCurdy back there with Navarro. Navarro's going to take it this time. He runs up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Miners.
Just too easy for Carson Navarro as he waltzes into the end zone behind the beef of that Park City Miners offensive line. And the Miners strike pay dirt again here on the opening possession of the 3rd quarter, Matt.
3rd rushing touchdown of the night for Park City. 3 different rushers have found the end zone for Park City. As Dellenbach in for another extra point. Kick is up and good, and the Miners getting it done on the ground tonight. They build a 21-0 lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I'll go straight to the cliche. They are digging deep tonight and finding all sorts of ways to run the ball against this Timpanogos defense that putting up a fight, but just a bit undersized and a bit undermanned in terms of having the upfront presence to really stop that rushing game. Now, on the flip side of it, there are a plethora of options athletically for this Timpanogos offense. And you know, although I doubt we'll see a return on this one, there's always the hope that maybe Tyler Hunter can get loose. We saw his speed and athleticism on the chase down tackle.
Hunter and Matthew Hall back to field this kick from Dellenbach, but he's kicked every kick into the back of the end zone. We'll see what he does here on this one. That one's going to sail out of the end zone as well. The kid's got a leg, Brian.
And just in case you couldn't see that on your screen at home, it's because he's at least 15 yards beyond the end line there. Almost the identical spot that he kicked it to start the game.
By far one of the biggest legs in the state.
Yeah, and Dellenbach is a fun kicker to watch, and I know that Moose Bingham is, you know, by contract the only person who's supposed to get excited about kicking here at the Rewind staff, but you know,
I just watching him in the halftime break and pregame, it's been fun to watch him kick.
Yeah, it's like watching Danny Rojas and Jamie Tart go out and try and kick shot for shot, only it's just Dellenbach. He's that good.
So Timpanogos back to work here, 1st and 10 from the 20. Getting close to put up or shut up time here for Timpanogos as that pass is incomplete. Number 71, that's Brian Walsh that was in pursuit, and Riggs really hasn't had a whole lot of time to throw it back.
No, and Walsh did a good job of reading the action up front, didn't fall for the play action fake and stayed true to his assignment, able to wrap up Riggs before he's able to set up and throw.
So 2nd and 10, Riggs with 5 wide out, so throw the slant tip ball, and it's in and out of the hands again. This time out of Gabe Graff that time. was tipped to the line there, but that's another drop pass from these Timberwolves offense.
Yeah, and Graf probably should have been able to reel that one in. It was tipped, but he was able to get hands on it and get just that misdirected flight path. He wasn't able to respond as quickly as he may have liked. And for Chase Riggs, critical third down.
So 3rd and 10 from the 20. Riggs with the spread offense again. He'll throw over the middle and finds his target. It's his favorite target, Luke Livingston, for a first down.
Mr. Cool Hands over there making a great catch while just a little bit behind him, but that's why he's one of my favorite wide receivers in the States, able to secure it.
They'll hand it off on first down. Bretzing gets a gain of 3, pushes it out to about the 38.
I apologize. I said States. State, but, you know, I like Luke Livingston even if I'm living in New Mexico.
2nd and 7 here. Timpanogos goes quick. Pass out to McCann, out past the 40, and he's wrestled out by Carson Navarro. Able to wrestle him down, but it's another gain of about 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, that's a really nice job by Carson Navarro to wrap him up and bring him down. McCann has been all sorts of slippery.
Pass out, or the pitch out to Bretzing, and he's close to the line. See where they spot it. It is a first down here for Timpanogos as Bretzing lowers the shoulder once again.
Yeah, he did his best Superman impression, diving to reach out for that first down, able to get it. And for Timpanogos, we're starting to see the rhythm go. They're able to sustain this drive. That could be a great start for them for the second half.
Under 8 minutes now to go in our third quarter. Riggs rolls out to the far side. Pressure coming. Going to float it looking for McCann. And incomplete.
And the pressure has been from everywhere tonight for Park City. Up front on the defensive line. They brought linebackers from time to time. Done a really good job of mixing it up while still having plenty of guys in coverage. Hasn't allowed Chase Riggs to set up and really deliver the strikes that we're used to seeing from him.
Andy Watanabe in pressure on that one as Timpanogos faces 2nd and 10. Quick pass out to Livingston, but he's going to be set up in the backfield. Mason Christensen back there, and it's a loss of gain for the Timpanogos.
Yeah, rare situation where Luke Livingston is not able to get free. Is Graf just not able to secure the block there, and a great job by, I believe it was Christensen out there. He's done a phenomenal job tonight in that corner position.
Loss of 4, 3rd and 14 now. Pressure coming. Riggs stays in the pocket, lowers it over the middle, and it's broken up. Well, it's Owen Tabarachi. Breaks it up, and 4th down coming.
Yeah, just a big hit by Tabarachi, and Chase Riggs taking the hit as he tried to deliver the ball. And boy, this Park City defense is playing with so much confidence.
Bretzing back to kick this one, and it is not a good kick. It goes out of bounds at the, we'll see where they mark it here. At the 45, that's going to be about a 20-yard punt. And Park City with good field position here, looking to kind of pull away in this one.
And that's the big concern here if you're Timpanogos. It is 21-0 with the offense that you have, everything still in front of you. A stop here would go so far to helping your offense get back on track there, and just, you know, I think part of it is that Timpanogos needs to go back to the run game a little bit more. We've gotten a little too pass happy, and I almost feel guilty saying that because it's Timpanogos.
Meanwhile, Jackson with the pass, but it's broken down or batted down the line. I'm giving that to Cyrus Gareka, that able to bat that down from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this Timpanogos defense is not big or tall or long, but they get after you and they get hands in passing lanes. Great job to knock the pass down there.
2nd and 10. Jackson going in the air again. Now thinking about bringing it up the middle and gets about 2. Brought down by Brighton Tate, and he's been the big guy on defense for Timpanogos here. Now it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, talk about not being big or long, and Brighton Tate is just aggressive as all get out and does a great job shedding the blocker and making a tackle on Jackson. And you're 3rd and long now here for Park City. This is not a situation that they love to be in.
3rd and long 7. Is Jackson going to look to throw? Pressure's coming, and he's going to be dragged down. as they goes all the way back to the 35.
I believe that was number 3 for Timpanogos, but just a great job. Matt Hall there on the sack. Great job by the defense. And we talked about Brighton Tate. He recognized the screen immediately on that one, Matt. Stayed in the lane, forced Jackson to try and bail, and causes the loss. And now Timpanogos will get a chance with a return here.
Bodley with a great punt, pushes Turner back, but he's able to return it out past the 30. And we get a late flag here on the near side. As that was Matthew Hall and I believe Justin Michaelis that got tied up here on the near side. We'll see what the call is.
I think this is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm not sure that our crew has done a great job so far today. I want to reinforce that. I'm not sure. I agree with the call because it looked like it was continuation of the play action out of bounds, but I wonder if maybe that's the conversation they're having here. But regardless, this has been a competitive game and a clean game in terms of not a lot of chippiness or anything like that up until now.
It is a personal foul, and it is going to be on the minor, so that'll push it out to midfield, spotted at the 48-yard line. That's where Timpanogos will start here, trying to get back in this game with 5:42 to go. This Park City defense has been stifling so far tonight.
And I think on that one, it might have been that an additional Park City player kind of getting into Hall as he was already out of bounds. And just competitive football, and sometimes it crosses that line. For Timpanogos now, there's a line that they need to cross, and it's the end line.
They've gotten into the red zone twice so far tonight, but they have not found any points. Riggs fakes the handoff, now throws far side, and it's broken up. Good play over on the far side. That's Christensen over there. McCann gets about a yard on that catch.
Yeah, and you can see that the timing and the rhythm of the offense is just off. McCann has to go outside of his area to grab that ball. Allows Christensen to sneak inside and make the tackle.
2nd and 9. Riggs looking to throw again, looking for Livingston, too high.
And again, Chase Riggs under pressure, and I talked about it. I know that the run game is not a feature for Timpanogos, but it is an important part of what they do. And I think to allow Riggs to settle down, a handoff to Britzling here, or maybe some QB run. You know, the 3rd and long, you're not going to be able to do that, right? But going forward, they need to find a way to get back to the run game a little bit, just to allow some rhythm and a chance for Riggs to catch his breath.
5:14 to go in the quarter. 3rd and 9 here. Riggs stays in the pocket, looking for Britzling, and incomplete. A couple of defenders there for Park City. Graff was also over there too. Almost a nice one-handed grab from Britzling, but it's broken up and it's 4th down.
The confidence of this Park City secondary as the game has worn on, it's super impressive. I think they brought physicality the entire time. As we see, it looks like Timpanogos is going to try and go for it here. At least they're keeping the offense on the field with Britzling out there. There's an opportunity that he could kick it at any point, right? Now they're going to take a timeout.
Timpanogos is going to take a timeout.
Oh, no.
Well, maybe not.
We've got something else. They're telling the band
to stop playing, I believe.
Interesting. Okay.
Don't hear those that very often.
I wonder if it's something in terms of with communication or whatever's going on, but we'll trust the white hat to do his job, and I'll just do my job and keep spouting out random puns and observations.
4th and 9 here for Timpanogos. Send a man in motion. Pressure coming up the middle. Riggs off of his back foot, throws, and Livingston makes the adjustment for the catch, and it's a 1st down.
What a great play by Luke Livingston. Riggs under duress, throws off the back foot. Almost a prayer out there, and Boy, what a better guy to answer it than Luke Livingston.
Able to give it to Livingston. Now Bretzing up the middle and gains 7 on first down. And Timpanogos, once again, trying to get some rhythm going here.
The fourth down conversion is massive because you see you can go back to Bretzing there, and he gets 6-7 yards on the conversion. And
another false start on Timpanogos. Movement at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be the 4th false start for Timpanogos tonight.
Yeah, and I believe that was a wide receiver out in the slot, just a little anxious to get moving. And again, those little tiny mistakes are what's really doomed Timpanogos all game long. This is a shame because they've done a great job of staying.
Oh, they're it's an illegal substitution on Park City.
Interesting.
Actually, it looked like there was some movement early on that line, but they call the illegal substitution, and it's a first down for for Timpanogos.
And what most likely happened was probably the player on Timpanogos reacting to a late substitution from Park City, and thus the penalty. But that's a first down for Timpanogos, but even more so, an opportunity for them to keep this rhythm going.
So the Timberwolves knocking on the red zone again here. First and 10 from the 23. Pump fake. Riggs with space up the middle. Fights through a tackle and gets into the red zone. Just past the 20. Gained about 4.
Yeah, nice shot by Riggs to tuck and pull call his own number on that one and get this. It looked like it was closer to a 5-yard gain to me, but.
They'll hand it off. This time Bretzing try to cut it back, and he slides down at the 20. It's a loss of 1.
Yeah, and as much as he's such a great running back, I don't know that those hard cutbacks are his strength. And you can see the temperature has fallen dramatically here, Matt. So there is likely to be some moisture on the field simply because it has gone down so much.
So 3rd and 7 now approaching here for Timpanogos. Riggs rolls out, looking for someone, firing for the end zone. It's caught at the 1. Number 17, Gabe Graff goes up and gets it, and it's 1st and goal, Timpanogos.
I tell you what, impressive job by the Graff family tonight. Gabe with the grab, and
a flag on the snap here, and it's offside on Park City. Not much going to affect that one. It was down at the 1-yard line anyway.
And Timpanogos going with their version of the brotherly shove here, and I don't know what we can call it.
Let's see.
I want to call it the tush push, but
the Timpanogos tush push, I guess.
The cave climb. I don't know. For all folks out there in Timpanogos, help us out on that one.
Everybody at the line of scrimmage for this one. 1st and goal inside the 1. Everybody piles up. No signal yet. And the signal on the far side says he's short.
And that's, with that much of a congregation there in the middle, there was really nowhere for Chase Riggs to go once the play was stopped. And you see the player coming up over the top. Look for them to do something else this time around. I like the action to try and spread it out.
Yeah. They'll spread it out here on this 2nd and goal. They'll hand it off Bretzing, and he waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown, Timpanogos.
Nothing but wide open spaces there for Easton Bretzing as he waltzes into the end zone. Finally, Timpanogos gets on the board here in the 3rd quarter. An electric drive, a huge 4th down conversion. And the Timberwolves are back in this one. 21-6, pending the PAT here.
Get this 17th rushing touchdown of the season for Bretzing. Parker Harvey's going to be in to kick this one.
Now, with so many great running backs, 17 maybe doesn't sound like a lot, but for Bretzing, that's a very impressive effort.
The kick is up and good. So the Timberwolves with some life here at the end of the 3rd quarter. 2:45 to play. It is now a 21-7 ball game.
Really, that's the drive that Timpanogos needed. It has needed for a while now, Matt, is they've gotten close several times, but never able to fully convert. And some extremely impressive plays. A great catch by Luke Livingston on the adjustment. Chase Riggs able to get in the ball, being under duress. And then we saw Bretzing able to carry the ball across the goal line. But before that, the impressive catch from Gabe Graff seeing this Timpanogos offense start to step up and really shine in the third quarter.
And it came down to that fourth down conversion with Livingston that kept that drive alive and allowed Timpanogos to go down the field. Bretzing back to kick this one away. And it's going to be fielded in the end zone for a touchback. And we'll see how Park City responds to this touchdown. They've been able to move it on the ground. They kind of went to the air a little bit on that last drive, and we'll see what they do here on this one.
Yeah, really where Timpanogos has got to find success here is stopping the run on first and second down. If you're able to force them into third and long, Park City has not been efficient at all there, and it's allowed them, it's allowed Timpanogos an opportunity to get some 3 and outs, and so we'll see what they're able to do on this first part of the series.
2:45 to play here in our third quarter. Jackson will pitch it, and it's broken up in the backfield. Matthew Hall with a tackle back at the 15, but there is a flag at the 20.
Looks like it's on the far side of the field there.
There's also one on the near side here, so both line judges saw it.
Sure,
and somebody maybe lined up where they weren't supposed to.
Yeah, if it does negate the tackle by Hall, that's a shame. He made back-to-back impressive plays with the sack on the series before. Interesting.
And the penalty's going to be declined. It's an illegal formation for Park City.
Yeah.
They'll take the Timpanogos will take the loss. This is a loss of 5.
Yeah, procedure, not false start. So I don't know if people can hear everything that's coming over the PA, but if it was a false start, you obviously would blow the ball dead instead. But too many guys in motion at the snap there, and that's going to force Park City back into the, well, looks like the down marker hasn't changed yet. There we go.
Yep, second and 15 here is Jackson rolling out, pressure coming, and he lost the ball. Ball's on the ground. Pile up at the 10, and the Timberwolves have it. Jesse King gets in the backfield, and Timpanogos recovers the fumble, and there will take over at the 10.
Incredible turn of events here as the Timberwolves get a big-time turnover, allow that potent offense an opportunity to get another quick touchdown. And, Matt, what a change of pace, what a change in momentum here in this game so far.
Back-to-back losses as Jesse King causes the fumble. Timpanogos takes over. They'll hand it off to Bretzing. And he fights his way inside the 5, gain of 6 on first and goal.
Bretzing is so good on first down. He's almost an automatic 5 or a 6 yard gain. I would just keep feeding him here down at the goal line. Is the best thing that Timpanogos can do right now is maintain possession and try and score.
2 minutes to go. Riggs taking a shot for the corner, and it's caught. Touchdown, Timpanogos. Gabe Graff, and the Timberwolves are back in it.
What a highlight grab by Gabe Graff as he goes sky high, picks the ball out of there, comes down inbounds for the touchdown, and for Timpanogos, 2 quick scores, and they are right back in this game, 21-13, pending that PAT. And Matt, what an incredible turn of momentum in those last 3 plays.
Parker Harvey in for the extra point. And it's up and good. And Gabe Graff, his 7th receiving touchdown of the season. As the Timberwolves within 7 points, it's now 21-14 late in the third quarter.
And you said it was a highlight level grab. Just incredible job by Graff to go up and get it. Great throw by Chase Riggs coming over the top. And just like that, the change in momentum. You get a touchdown from Timpanogos. The turnover by Park City, 2, in essence, busted plays. And like that, Timpanogos is able to close that gap to a one touchdown lead. And for Park City, whatever thoughts they may have had about just cruising to a victory here have now gone out the window. And for this offense, they've really got to come out now and establish something, as the last 2 series, they've not been able to get anything going.
As Eli Warner will be the lone man back this time for Bretzing's kick. So he'll kick it deep into the end zone. So Bretstein getting it done on the ground and through the air as well. That's back-to-back touchbacks for the kicker. And you can start to feel the change of momentum here. It's gotten a little bit louder on the far side of the field than it has been over on the near side most of the night.
Yeah, a little bit of a rumble on the home side as they're trying to encourage that offense to stay calm and execute, keep calm and under control. And, for Park City, I think the big thing right now is get back to what you've done so well all game long, running the ball, and they do that, bringing out Bash Bodley to start the series. And right as I say so many nice things about the officials, they've started to intervene a little bit here. And
I got something about the noise, I believe. But ready to go, and as you mentioned, it's going to be Warner and Bodley now back in there. As they were able to create a little bit of offense in that first half. We'll see what they do here. Warner's going to take the direct snap. Fights his way back to the line of scrimmage, carrying a defender. I believe that was Randy Patterson, I believe, that was on the tackle.
And after the last two series, positive yardage is a big plus for the Park City Miners. Again, last three plays have all gone backwards. And
check out, it was Tyson Miller on the tackle. They're bringing pressure here on second down. Park City, a good job picking it up. And they fight out to the 26-yard line, and a flag flies late. Warner on the carry. We'll see what the call is here.
I think this one's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct, as it looked like there was, I don't want to say extracurricular activity, but it looked like an extra little push there as Warner was trying to get up. And for Timpanogos, we talked about it all game long, right? You cannot allow mental errors to be your determining factor, and you just given up a first down now with that one. There's no purpose or point to that kind of stuff, right? You've been playing for 3 quarters. Y'all have played great. There's no dominance that you're establishing with that kind of thing, and all that's done is hurt the team. So for Timpanogos, you've now allowed Park City to move into 41-yard line, and man,
that's a big one. Would have been 3rd and 7. Turns into 1st and 10 at the 41 off the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Yeah, it's just a critical situation where you can't let your emotions get the best of you.
So Park City going to take a timeout here. They have 1st and 10 from the 41 upcoming. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. We'll step aside for the rest of and we'll be back with the rest of the third quarter here in just a minute. Welcome back. 1st and 10 here for the Miners from their own 41-yard line. Warner on the direct snap, McCurdy fights through. There's another flag down. As he fights for about 5 on that one, but we'll see what the flag is.
That looks like it's in the area of holding. And the initial signal there from our head referee is holding. So that'll be a 10-yard backup here for Park City, but
seen a ton more flags here in this third quarter.
Yeah, and look, it's getting colder. It's getting later in the game. Things are getting a little more tense, and so you're going to see guys start to make mistakes a little bit more. But I didn't see anything egregious from where we're at, Matt, so I can't really comment too much on the holding. I think the bigger question is, what does Park City do now as it's 1st and almost 20, 1st and 17, I think?
Yeah, it'll be 1st and 17. The spot foul backs it up 10 from where the hold was, so only a loss of 7 on the penalty as the clock runs under 40 seconds to go now in this third quarter. Everybody at the line of scrimmage as they'll hand it off as Navarro lowers the shoulder and fights their extra yards. Gain of about 11 on that one and brings up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, just a little misdirection there as you've got the strength of the formation set up to the wide side of the field, and Navarro comes across it. Nice job picking up a big gain and putting them into 2nd and 7, basically negating the penalty. And for Park City in this heavy formation that they've got, that allows them a plethora of options.
Out of bounds, stops the clock at 24 seconds. 2nd and 7. Direct snap. McCurdy hypes over the pile and fights for a gain of about 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3, and that might do it here for this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that clock's going to tick down, but bigger news for the Park City Miners is they've got a drive going here. We'll see if they can continue it into the 4th quarter. We got a real barn burner going on, Matt.
So the Timberwolves have played their way back into this one, but the Miners are 12 minutes away from heading back to the Rice-Eccles Stadium. We'll see if they can close it out, or will Timpanogos finish the comeback and head to the semis for the first time ever. We'll find out in the 4th quarter. It's 21-14 Park City here on KSL Sports Rewind. 4th quarter coming up next. Welcome back. Getting ready for the 4th quarter here. 3rd and 3 for Park City from their own 48. One of these teams is 12 minutes away from the semifinals. Direct snap, and Met stood up at the line. Number 50 is King. He'll deny that one as it's going to be 4th and 2.
Yeah, great job by Timpanogos to stand strong on that one. Able to absorb the blocks, maintain position, and just no opening there for Park City, and they're going to go for it here on 4th and short, Matt. This is one of those moments. Strength.
A pivotal
Deep
moment.
in the trenches. Get it going.
A pivotal moment here. 4th and 2 from midfield. Direct snap. Fighting for the line. It's going to be close. We'll see where they end up spotting it. And it's short. Timpanogos takes over.
So many great plays up until that point for Park City. When it matters most, Timpanogos defense stands tall. Says, not today. Gets the turnover on downs, and now that potent, explosive offense with an opportunity to get an equalizing score.
They'll start from midfield, 1st and 10. Hand off to Bretzing, and he's blown up in the backfield. I believe that's Andy Watanabe able to deny that run. It's a loss of 1. Back to the line they come, 2nd and 11 though. Fake handoff, Riggs, quick pass, McCann, he's got it, but he's driven back. That's Navarro on the tackle, but he does a gain of 4. And just like that, in a span of 15 seconds, it's 3rd down.
Barely have a chance to get a word in, but a real defensive slugfest right now.
3rd and long here for Timpanogos. Riggs over the far side. McCann looking for the line. He's going to be right at it before he's met by 3 Miners. It's right at the line again. We'll see where they spot it.
Yeah, I believe he's going to be just a yard short based on the far. Nope. Now they're pushing it up.
It's
that should
right
be a first
on
down.
Yeah, that's a first down for Timpanogos. They spot it right at the 40.
And if the McCanns are listening, Dash deserves an extra helping at dinner tonight. Great job, great effort by him on that.
Hand off to Bretzing. Fights his way for 5 yards, out to the 35. It's Timpanogos starting to feel it here a little bit.
No, tempo is picking up, rhythm increasing. Park City trying to sub. A really tough situation there.
2nd and 5. Fake handoff. Riggs dumps it off. Finds Graff. He's tackled at the 33-yard line. That was Owen Tabarachi on the tackle, and now 3rd and short. 3 wideouts to the far side here as we get a movement on the line. And it's offside on Park City. It'll be a first down for Timpanogos.
Yeah, you see the lineman there in a 2-point stance, and he just sits up, and that's enough to get the offsides penalty. Nice job of gamesmanship there from Timpanogos. They are just rolling right now, Matt.
Down to the 28 now. 1st and 10. Handoff Bretzing. Gets a good block. Fights towards the 20. Gains about 8.
This does a great job of getting his pad level low. Keeps the defender off his legs, able to drive for that extra pickup. Really impressive job.
3 wideouts to the far side. They'll throw it that way. Weaving back and forth near the 20 was Gabe Graff, but good defense from Park City. It's only a gain of 1.
Yeah, it's the play action of the same play, that counter tray that they ran before, but Park City's defense not fooled, and now a big 3rd down conversion for them here.
3rd and 2 from the 20. Under 9 minutes to go. Handoff. Bretzing denied. Only got back to the line of scrimmage. That was Nate Rust. Andres Hernandez down there. And now it's 4th and 2. Timpanogos going to go for it. The Miner crowd gets loud as it's 4th and 2. Send a man in motion. And there's movement at the line. And it's another offside call on Park City.
Yeah, and for Park City, it's a discipline issue. On one hand, I think the hard part about it is that you've got Timpanogos who's going out of a 2-point stance, and those guys are allowed to move around, and it's causing them to get caught every single time.
So the penalty on 4th down gives Timpanogos another set of downs, and it's 1st and 10 from the 15. Timberwolves looking for a score to tie it up as they hand it off to Bretzing, gets a gain of 1.
Little trap play there on the inside, and Bretzing not able to get a lot of yards. The teeth of that Park City defense doing a good job as they're starting to get backed up against their own end zone.
2nd and 9 from the 14. Clock running now to 7.5 to go in this 4th quarter. Riggs back to throw. Rolls out. Looking corner. Incomplete. Looking for Livingston, in and out of his hands, and it's 3rd down.
Well, if anybody can make that catch, it's Luke Livingston, just barely outside the reach of his radius. And for Chase Riggs and this Timpanogos offense, almost feels like major opportunity missed as Livingston has been blanketed all game long.
So 3rd and 9 from the 15. 4 wideouts for Timpanogos. They'll send McCann in motion. Riggs looking to set up a screen, and it's incomplete. Intended for Bretzing, and now 4th and long.
Yeah, and avoided a near disaster as it looked like from my angle that ball almost hit a Park City player. Miners well prepared for the screenplay there, and for Timpanogos, they're going to kick the field goal here, it looks like.
So they're going to try for the field goal here. It'll be Easton Bretzing to kick it. He's got 5 field goals on the year. This one will be from 31 out. ...31-yard field goal is good. 6th field goal of the season for Bretzing, and he cuts the deficit to 4.
Well, it's rare we talk about putting the team on your back with a field goal, but it's also rare that you see a running back step back and drill a big-time kick like that. And for Easton Bretzing, it's not a lead-taking kick, but really what it does is it creates an opportunity for Timpanogos to get one touchdown and take the lead. And you know, on what was a really hard-fought drive where it took everything they had just to get to where they got, I think a lot of credit goes to the Park City defense for holding them to just the field goal there, but also if you're Timpanogos, that could end up being a big field goal with 7:13 left. The defense has been excellent in the second half outside of the one early touchdown that they gave up to Park City, Matt, and each drive, you can feel the intensity of the game ratcheting up, and it was already, you know, a really fun game.
That's 17 unanswered points now from Timpanogos. It's a 4-point game. Bretzing squib kick this time. Bobbled at the 10 and picked up. And just getting tripped up was Eli Warner, but he does get a good return out to about the 28. And Park City now with 7:06 to go here. They've been getting it down on the ground. A big drive here could seal it for them.
Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure what the reasoning behind the squib kick was, because Bretzing's done a good job of getting it close to or out of the end zone. Now Park City with the ball at the 28-yard line, giving them a little bit of field position.
1st and 10 here for Park City. Jackson back in at quarterback. Jackson taking a shot on 1st down, has a man out there, and he's got it! Leaping for the grab is Reese Smith, and he's got a big 1st down for Park City.
What a grab there by Reese as he reaches up, plucks the ball from the sky, and Lincoln Jackson, as cool as the other side of the pillow as he hits on the deep shot.
Park City now past midfield and into Timpanogos territory. They'll hand it off on 1st down as Warner gets spotted about a yard gain of 3. Spotted back at the 43. But Park City going to the air on that one.
Yeah, catching the Timpanogos defense off guard for sure, but it was a beautiful ball from Lincoln Jackson. We've seen them go with that heavy formation. What a great call by Coach Monzingo and his staff to come out and throw it. Jackson
looking deep again. He's going for Reese, but is this one overthrown? Looking for Reese Smith again on that one, but a little too far, brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, and look, Lincoln Jackson does not throw the ball a ton in this offense, but you can see that there is arm potential there. Just out throws his receiver a little bit and not able to get there. And
so 3rd and 7 from the 43-yard line here. Clock stopped at 6:13 remaining in our game. 4 wideouts for Jackson. He's going to throw near side. It's got a man, and it's caught. Right at the line again is Reese Smith. And it is a 1st down for Park City.
A massive pickup, and for Lincoln Jackson to essentially come off the bench, Matt, after 2 straight possessions with that power formation and deliver on 2 big completions. What an effort by him.
So we have another personnel issue for Park City. They finally get another person out there, but they're back to that formation back there. As it's Navarro back there. So he'll take the draw and runs up the middle and fights his way for a gain of 5.
And Navarro, just a great downhill runner, able to take a step back, and there's so many bodies in there for Park City. They just open the crease and let him get downhill.
Navarro again finds a seam into the red zone, and he's down inside the 10. Carson Navarro with a big gain.
Carson Navarro has been stupendous tonight. Another big run for him there.
Navarro, third straight time. This time Timpanogos was ready for it. Gets about a yard, brings up 2nd and goal. Matt Hall with the tackle. As the clock continues to run now, we're under 5.5 to go. Park City with a chance to extend their lead here. Second and goal from the 8. McCurdy trying to get to the corner. He does, reaches for the pylon, and he's in! Touchdown, Miners!
Walks the tightrope of the sideline and scampers his way into the end zone. Will McCurdy with the answer for the Park City Miners. And that touchdown brings them up to a 10-point lead, pending the PAT with just under 5 minutes to play. What a response and what a drive for Park City.
And Dellenbach hits the extra point, and Park City, with 4:58 to go, extends the lead to 11. It's 28-17.
Yeah, and an impressive job there by the Miners, mixing it up. 2 big completions there from Lincoln Jackson, and then going back to the bread and butter with the, we'll call it the power cat.
I guess.
The power miner, I don't know, the drill formation, whatever you want to call it. But also of note that they're doing it without tackle Liam Gallen, who is on the sidelines on crutches. He's out of his uniform. And then to do all that, to be able to plug and play, have guys step up, just super, super impressive effort from this Park City Miners offense. Now, under 5 minutes, Matt, for some teams, you got to start thinking, oh boy, like how many more possessions do we get? If it's Timpanogos, all it takes is one. They can score in bunches, and we are far from having this game be over.
We can see how fast. And we get a penalty. I think we got a penalty on Timpanogos. And Park City's going to be able to kick this from the 50 now. It's unsportsmanlike on Timpanogos. And now my money's on Dellenbach hitting this field goal on this one.
No, at this point, if you're Park City, it's almost territory.
You still have to go to 10 yards for the onside kick.
Yeah, and Timpanogos is countered, right, where they're expecting some sort of onside. I don't know what you do if you're Dellenbach other than try and kick it to the trees.
It'd be a 55-yard field goal from here.
I think he's got the leg.
As he will elect to do that, and he kicks it way out of the field of play. Yeah, almost out of the past the track around this football field.
As the PA announcer mentioned, that ball went all the way to Park Meadows. So if you had pine trees north of the end zone on the bingo card, go ahead and cross that one off. Collect your prize from Dusty Litster, KSL Broadcast House. That's where Dusty lives, right?
I think so. Yeah. As we get ready to go, 4:58 to go, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20. We get whistles here.
Why not? We've had everything else this game. Why not a couple whistles to mix into it right now?
They're going to spot it at the left hash. So,
man, I have to say, if things go according to tradition, I think we're heading for a photo finish in this one.
We're going to say, buckle up. It's been a thrill ride when we've been at the call the last couple of weeks. In for a great finish here as well. The double pass. Livingston looking here on the near side. Looking for Jamison Jones. As they pitched it out to Livingston and throw just a little short.
Well, it's a great call because Livingston's played quarterback, right? Like, he's got an arm, and I'm not sure they caught anybody by surprise. I think the better thing is that you're getting Luke Livingston involved in the offense right from the jump, even though it's an incompletion.
5 wideouts here for Riggs. Pressure coming on the backside. He takes a hit as he throws, and double coverage there, broken up by the Miners, looking for Josh Graff. And then we have another Miner down after that play. That's Carson Navarro. We've already seen Blake Tabarachi go out on a play just like this in the second quarter, and now Navarro shaken up.
Yeah, that would be a massive, massive loss for Park City. You see Navarro just try to go up high and get that ball, and sometimes your legs get taken out from underneath you, and you land awkwardly. And for these younger players, you're trying to go up and make a play, and you know, that is part of the evolution of football, learning how to land properly. And you know, it is cold out here too, Matt. I'm not complaining because I love the cold. This is, you know, I think I might actually strip down my t-shirt because it feels so lovely. But you know, for those guys, when they hit that turf, you know, sometimes it can knock the wind out of them, or you land awkwardly and you hit a shoulder. So hope that everything is okay with Carson Navarro.
They're able to get him back up. Looks like he's able to walk off, so we'll keep it here. As Navarro able to walk back under his own power. That's always a good sign to see. But after that incompletion now, it's 3rd and 10 here for Timpanogos.
And shout out to the training staff here at Park City tonight. They've been extremely responsive. Done a great job.
Say, great training staff up here at Park City. So we get ready for 3rd and 10. 4 wideouts here for Riggs. Stays in the pocket, fires over the middle. It's got Graff, and he's got a first down.
And I was about to say, and it's been hard to fit a word in edgewise with Timpanogos the way they run fast. But if I were Timpanogos, I would go right over.
Now we have
another player down.
We have an injured Timberwolf this time.
And this looks like one of the big fellas.
It's one of the linemen. Down there at about the 15 while they look at the lineman. We'll step aside. 4:41 to go. Here in our contest, 28-17 your score. Welcome back. As you see, number 71, that's Tigran Babayan, able to get back up. And we'll get ready to go back underway here. 4:41 to go in this contest. Timpanogos trailing by 11 here.
If I'm Park City on defense, I go right to the spot where Babayan left from. Try and send some pressure out there. Cause a disruption because you did lose Navarro. And that middle of the field is going to be a little bit exposed.
Riggs again hit as he throws. Takes a deep shot for Livingston. He's got it inside the 10. Shoulders of a man. And he's in the end zone. What a play from Luke Livingston.
He is the king of the gridiron. Bring him his scepter. Find the finest meats and cheeses in all the land. Luke Livingston with the catch, the run, the stiff arm, the stuff, and the touchdown. What a play for cool hand Luke Livingston.
An amazing play. And able to fight for the end zone. The extra point is up, and it is good, and it's back to a 4-point game with 4:24 to go. An incredible running catch from Livingston, but how about the poise from Riggs, taking a double shot in the back of the backfield and able to deliver that throw.
Just a great throw. Great job by Timpanogos to recognize. Now, that Park City has lost 2 defenders from that secondary that have done a phenomenal job all night long, limiting any kind of those big explosive plays. So where do they go? Right to where those defenders are out. Who do they go to? Luke Livingston, of course. And if my call was a little dramatic, it's because that play was incredible, Matt. Sitting here watching it, you see it happen live, and you just know what's going to happen. And then, no. Stop on a dime, stiff arm, get in the end zone. Luke Livingston, man, it is a true privilege to watch that kind of an athlete. And I hope he gets an opportunity to play at the next level because it is a joy to watch him play football. Even more than that, Matt. 28-24. It's only 30 seconds.
28-24, and as you mentioned, it didn't take that long for Timpanogos to find the end zone. So we're back to a 4-point game here. Bretzing back to kick. Waiting for it is Eli Warner. This one a high kick, and this one will sail over the head of Warner, and it'll be a touchback. So the Miners now have to respond once again here. They'll get in a shot from their own 20.
a little shell-shocked, I think, and the crowd kind of quiet after that. Massive turn in momentum, and really, if you're Park City, the game is still within your control. 28-24, 4:24 left on the clock. For them with that power formation, we'll call it the power drill, whatever.
And say it's good to see Navarro back out there for Park City.
Yeah. And again, a great job by the training staff. They took his helmet, made sure he was okay, allowing him to go back out there and compete. And for them, that's a huge, huge boost because they're going to need him for the rest of this game.
So Navarro in the backfield. This will be a direct snap near side for McCurdy. He fights his way back to the line of scrimmage, maybe got a yard.
Boy, Hall just came flying on that one to knock him down, and to get a yard gain, just an impressive job by Hall. McCurdy using that shiftiness out there on the edge, just not able to get upfield in time.
I say no gain on that one, so 2nd and 10 from the 20. Park City in no hurry to run the ball now.
No, this is all about chewing up clock. You've got the lead 28-24. Wind it.
Clock's under 4 minutes now to go. So we're just waiting for the clock to play clock to wind down. This time Navarro's going to keep it, and he fights his way out to the 23. Gets 3 on that one. And the clock continues to tick under 3.5, and 3rd down coming. We have an injured minor. It's Ben Beatty.
That would be a big loss.
Ben Beatty's holding his wrist. There is another minor down, though.
I think this is one of the offensive linemen, at least it looked like one of the offensive linemen, holding his leg up in an awkward position. Didn't look good.
So we'll step aside here. 3:26 to go. Park City with 3rd down upcoming here. We'll take a break here on KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back. That was Ethan New, able to get back up and escorted back to the bench.
And for a 4A football game, Matt, this has had a physical,
amazing, a very physical game. It's been a fun one to watch here, and it's 3rd and 7 for Park City as we approach 3 minutes to go. Jackson back to throw. Pressure coming. Jackson throws near side, and it's incomplete. Intended for Reese Smith, and Park City going to have to punt this ball away.
Yeah, there just weren't a lot of options left on the table for Park City there as they got into 3rd and long again, and great job by this Timpanogos secondary. Multiple defenders in the area of where Jackson's trying to go there, and just for that, that's a huge stand for that defense.
And Park City had trouble getting the linemen off the field, so they'll have to burn a timeout.
I think this is a situation where the injuries and everything like that are starting to get caught up with Park City a little bit, so they'll take a timeout. I think we're going to do the same.
Yeah, we'll step aside one more time here. 2:57 to go. Park City ready to give the ball back to Timpanogos here on KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back. 2:57 to go. Park City ready to punt this one away. Kick. Hunter going to fair catch it and field it at his own 40. And that's where Timpanogos will take over. The Timberwolves have never made it to Rice-Eccles Stadium. No semifinal appearances in school history. 2:50 on the clock here and a chance to take the lead, Brian.
And what an opportunity here for both of these teams. Been an incredibly competitive game for Timpanogos. Can the offense continue to keep rolling like it has been for Park City? Can you withstand the injuries, the decimation? Pull out one more stop. Whoa!
Quick throw, batted at the line by Beatty. Able to get in the arc of the pass, and it's second down.
Yeah, I mentioned Beatty, a lacrosse player. I believe Carson Navarro, also part of that state championship winning Park City lacrosse team, and you can see that leadership stepping up right there at a critical time.
Second and 10 now for Timpanogos. Riggs, pressure coming, throws near side, it's caught McCann. He's got the 50, cuts it inside. Fighting Brett Draggy tacklers down near the 30. Gain of almost 30 on that play.
Just an electric play by McCann, sprung open by a tremendous block by Luke Livingston, and Timpanogos is up and ready to score.
Quick pass far side, it's caught. Up the far side, bouncing off tacklers was Jamison Jones, and he's near another first down.
And for Park City, they sold out so hard on the previous play. You can see it's so difficult to respond, get in position. This defense is feeling the brunt of this Timpanogos attack.
First and 10 from the 21. Clock now to 2 minutes to go. Pass to Livingston. Dodges a man. Fights for yardage, and he's down near the 15. They'll mark it at the 16. Second and 5, and the clock running.
Yeah, that might have been the hardest fought 5 yards Luke Livingston has had all game long, and intensity just ratcheting up with every play.
Under 2 minutes to go. Second and 5. Handoff. Bretson breaks a tackle, and he's inside the 10. Timberwolves knocking on the door here as the clock stops at 1:32 to move the chains. The Timberwolves 9 yards from the lead. Handoff to Bretson. Breaks through 2 tackles. A third, still fighting. Down to the 5. And the clock continues to run on second and goal.
Yeah, now it gets interesting if you're Park City. Do you trust your defense, or do you try to conserve some clock? Second and goal for Timpanogos.
1:05 to go, second and goal. Fake the handoff. Riggs spun around.
Wow.
And the ball's out.
My.
Park City recovers. Riggs fumbled the ball, and Park City takes over.
What an incredible turn of events and an incredible stand from the Park City defense as they get the ball knocked loose and recover right as Chase Riggs was trying to stretch across the end zone. Tremendous turnover for the Park City Miners.
And it's almost a carbon copy of the last meeting between these two teams. Timpanogos had the ball and turned it over on downs with a minute to go with a chance to win it.
Matt, I don't know if people at home understand how hard it is to talk after such an electric drive. You have all that momentum going for Timpanogos, and then to see the turnover. And what an atmosphere here tonight, and with 54.7 left.
And this game it's still a game.
Yeah.
Timpanogos still has 3 timeouts to go.
Well,
the ball's only at the 2.
Park City's going to have to burn their last one again. Personnel issue, and this may not be the worst thing for Park City. It's a chance to get everybody calmed down and get everybody on the same page. Because here's the bottom line. You are on the 2-yard line here. If Timpanogos gets a safety, that is enough of a game changer or a momentum changer to where with 54 seconds, we've seen how quickly they can score. So if you're Park City, it's a good opportunity. Regroup, talk through everything, make sure everybody settles down. For Timpanogos, you mentioned it, they've got all their timeouts left, right? So they have an opportunity here to get stops and get the ball back, depending on how much time gets off the clock here. But the key component is they have to get stops. You cannot allow Park City to get a first down here.
Yeah, Park City is 1 first down away from sealing this game. Timpanogos does have all 3 of their timeouts left with 54 seconds to go. They'll have 1st and 10 from their own 2. Bunch formation here for the Miners. Direct snap and breaking free. McCurdy out to the 8. And timeout for Timpanogos. McCurdy able to get through the first level and gets a gain about 7.
Yeah, in the victory, you can hear the crowd reaction, right? It's because he was able to get some yardage as much as anything. And now 2nd and 5 for Timpanogos. You have to get these next 2 stops, right? It is do or die territory. If you're Park City, really it's about securing the football. If you can get a first down, great. If not, that's not the end of the world. You've got some breathing room. You've got some space to operate in. And so if I'm an offensive coach out there right now, I'm telling my guys, hey, we're in cruise control, right? We're in the driver's seat. All you got to do is just execute, stay focused on the task in front of you, and whatever the end result, we'll be able to live with it because we're in the pole position.
2 timeouts remaining. It's 2nd and 3 from the 9. Or excuse me, the 8. They'll spot it there. Another direct snap. McCurdy, he's met at the 10. Gain of 1. Another timeout with 43 seconds to go. And now 3rd and 3 approaching.
At this rate, you're going to get about another 5 seconds off the clock here on 3rd down. So if Park City's not able to pick this one up, Matt, then that puts you about a little under 37, 38 seconds, give or take, with Park City kicking to Timpanogos. And we've seen, Hunter's done a nice job all game long of returning the ball or at least, if nothing else, securing the fair catch or the hip catch, which we saw earlier.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting at home and you're thinking, oh, this one's probably in the bag.
We'll see after this play because this will decide it. The Miners need 2 yards to punch their ticket.
At the very least, we know we're not likely to see overtime with everything being where it's at.
I don't think we're going to get 3 in a row, Brian.
Yeah. Some streaks are best left unbroken.
So here we go, 3rd down. It's outside, breaks the tackle. He's out in open field and slides down. It'll be 1st down Park City, and that will do it.
It was super fitting that it was Carson Navarro who has done everything this game, converts the 1st down, and that's going to be a hero's journey for him as he comes off the field, and Park City stamps their ticket to the semifinals.
They're just 1 play away here as the clock runs under 20 seconds. They just have to have 1 final snap here as they have too many men on the field. And they finally get the man off with under 10 seconds. They'll take the knee. And for the first time since 2019, the Park City Miners are heading to Rice Eccles. They move on to the semifinals.
Pandemonium. It looks like Watanabe tackled one of the coaches in the midst of the scrum. But what a tremendous, gritty, hard-fought, pick-your-adjective victory for the Park City Miners. This is a program that has continued to improve year over year, done a great job. And for the Timpanogos Timberwolves, such an incredible year, overcame injuries at critical positions, fought their way back in this game, had it there at the goal line, and just literally and figuratively let the game slip out of their hands. Nevertheless, nothing to be ashamed of for the Timberwolves, as this has been as successful a season as they've had, and just so much to be proud of. Again, on the flip side of it, Park City heading to the semifinals, and a great job by the Miners.
So congratulations to the Park City Miners. They're going to Rice-Eccles Stadium for the semifinals. It's their first semifinal appearance since 2019, and it's their 14th in school history. Looking for that first ever state title, though, in this 115th season of Park City football.
Yeah, just an incredible historical legacy for Park City. And I do believe that we don't have a final quite yet in who they're going to be playing. Yeah,
I'd say Green Canyon was winning last time we checked in the fourth quarter.
Didn't see if they went ahead yet. Trying to check this. So last I saw, yeah, Green Canyon has gone ahead, and it looks like they've won that one 36-32. I believe that is a final.
I have it as a fourth quarter, but we will
fourth quarter.
keep
Okay.
you posted on this. But either way, Park City will live to play another day. They'll move, like we said, to Rice-Eccles next Thursday night at 6 o'clock for the 4A semifinal, where they'll take on either Green Canyon or Skyview in that quarterfinal, and that should be a fun one, Brian.
Yeah, it'll be a great event, and for Park City, just an impressive run for a team that really has executed at a high level all year long, overcome injuries, overcome position changes. Great group of kids, great coaching staff, great win tonight, and really, Matt, we've had an incredible run, you and I, just four games together, to have three of them be close competitive contests. Just an amazing opportunity for us to be here to talk about these players and give them as much shine as possible, because so much work goes into this, and you see the contrast of Park City here celebrating, and although you can't see it right now on the screen, the Timpanogos Timberwolves in the end zone, and that heartbreak of, for the seniors who aren't going to have a chance to come back and play again next year. It ends for everybody at some point in time, and just so much for them to be proud of as well. And, just on a personal note, really proud to have worked with you, Matt. Had a great time, and I know we're signing off here. I won't do it for everybody, but it's always a great time when producer extraordinaire, videographer extraordinaire, just person extraordinaire,
The legend.
yeah, Vince
legend.
Francis can come out and hang out with us in the wild, so to speak. And this is just, I'm rambling because it's hard, because I hate it when this part of the season ends, because I love watching high school football, and this is one of the best ways to finish in just a super competitive game.
Yeah, and say this will be our last broadcast of the season, but be sure to stay tuned to the KSLSports.com, as they will give you the semifinals and championship. They'll crown the winners in 2 weeks' time, and next week they'll be up at Rice-Eccles Stadium. Dusty Lister will be up there. Jeremiah Jensen also will be up there as well. It'll be a fun next 2 weeks up there at Rice-Eccles, and we wish them the best of luck on the calls. And it's been a fun one, Brian. It's been an honor to work with you as well. And like I say, it's been a wild ride, and couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, it's just great way to finish the season, and a great season, and a lot more fun to come up there in the semifinal game. So like Matt said, stay tuned to KSLSports.com. Dusty, Dane, Jeff, whomever else is out there, Jeremiah, Sly, like everybody, just blanket the coverage. And, again, Matt, a pleasure working with you, and thank you to everybody who tunes in and listens to us, pretend like we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
as we come out and get to enjoy one of the best assets that our state has in high school football.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Before we go, we want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game as well: Brent Brown Toyota, Heinemann and Associates, Igloo Outfitters, and Advanced Windows. Thank you so much for your support throughout the season. It's been a wild ride, Brian, and it culminates here with Park City moving on to the 4A quarterfinal or semifinals as they pick up the quarterfinal win here, 28-24. Your final score here from Park City High. That's going to do it for us here tonight. As we mentioned, the legend Vince behind the camera, we thank him so much for everything that he does for us. I'm Matt Coma signing off for Brian Brown. Have a great rest of your weekend. Final score, 28-24. The Park City Miners move on to the semifinals. Have a great rest of your evening.